How do we do homework assignments? We can find our homework in one of two ways. You can either go to the tab Homework, which lists all the homework from the beginning to the end of the class, or you can go to Chapter Contents, which lists homework as well as tests by chapter. I'm going to go in that way. I'm going to go to Chapter 2, and I'm going to say Do Homework. And since I'm the professor, I can override the computer and go right into the assignment without following the green flag. Okay. I picked a problem. It says find the LCM. So on paper, I go through the procedure, finding the LCM, which is to prime factor each number, list as a product all the different factors, and then the exponent on each factor is the highest power from either factorization. So let's say I came up with what I think is the answer, which would be 2. Now, how do I put a power in? I have to come down here to the templates, hit the exponent key, and I'm going to put in square. I need to get the cursor down, so I'm going to use the right arrow key, brought it down, hit the asterisk key, here's the times. Then I'm going to put in the base 3, again, raise it to the power 3. And I'm going to check my answer. And it says, although your answer is equal to the correct answer, it is not in the correct form. Well, what does that mean? I'm going to clear this. What I think they want is a final numerical value. So I need to evaluate 2 squared times 3 cubed, which I believe is 108. Now let's check the answer, and I got it right. So you got to be very specific in how you talk to the computer if you want your answer to be marked correctly. Let's look at this problem. Assuming I've done the work on a piece of paper, just because I'm working on a computer doesn't mean I can't use paper and pencil. I do all my calculations out, and I believe the answer is 0.415. And let's check the answer. Although, according to the order of operations, we'll perform multiplication, division from left to right, etc. It didn't like that answer. Well, I'm going to tell you the reason I didn't like that answer is I was using a calculator which approximated the answer rather than being equal. Notice the equal sign. It's got to be exact, not approximate. So that's why I didn't like that answer. So let me clear it and put in this possibility, 67 over 12. It didn't like that answer either. This time, the reason it didn't like that answer is that it wants the answer written as a whole number, a proper fraction, or a mixed number. The fraction we have is an improper fraction, so that is incorrect. If I change this over into a mixed number, I think I'm going to be okay. So I'm going to put in 5. And the remainder will be 7 divided by 12. Whoops. I'm going to use the arrow key to bring myself down. There's 12. So final check. I finally got it right. It took me 3 tries. And notice in each problem, it gives you 3 tries to get the right answer. But you got to read the directions. Put the answer in the proper format, or it won't give you a check mark. Also, decimal approximations are not the same as equality. Along with giving you 3 chances to get the right answer and making sure you put the answer in the right form, in the upper right-hand corner, there's something called Question Help. Question Help says, help me solve this. So if I click it, it's going to help you solve interactively the exact same problem. But it won't give you credit for the problem because the computer was guiding you. Another option, instead of help me solve this, is view a similar example. So it is not the same problem, but a similar problem. This time, you can still go back and do the given problem and get it correct. And Sometimes we refer to the textbook. Sometimes we refer to a video or an animation. And if you're really desperate after you've tried all of the above help screens, you send this problem to your instructor. You don't have to know his email address. You don't have to spell out which problem it is. All you do is give me some information on the trouble you are having, send it to me, and I will get back to you trying to assist you in understanding the particular skill that you're missing. If you want to take a test, again, you can go to the testing tab. This happens to be a different course, but it's similar to yours. You can go to the testing tab, or you can go to chapter contents. You pick the particular chapter, and then you pick quizzes and tests. But after taking a test, it's most important that you learn from your mistakes. That's the way we move forward successfully. So if I click the main menu to get back to the home page and click review test, I can go and review any test that I've taken. I'm going to go into a particular class to get a particular student's test. And this student has done a lot of work for me. He has done this test. So once you go into the grade book, find the particular assignment you want to review, this particular test, click it. After clicking it, it shows you the questions you got right. He happened to get all the questions right, but if he got some wrong, you can click on the question that you got wrong. It would show you the right answer here, and by putting the mouse on the answer, it'll show you the answer you put. So again, the answer it's shown is the right answer. Putting your mouse on the answer box, if it were wrong, shows you your answer. Also, that may help you understand where you made the mistake, but there's that question help box again that has the help me solve it. This one happens to have a video, the textbook, and again, ask my instructor. So there are various ways to learn from your mistakes and move forward to, if necessary, to retake the test successfully.